Hi everybody! Okay, New Architects. This has been out for a few days now, so I'm a little bit late to the party. That's because I was caught in two minds. I was considering actually leaving this track and just waiting until the album comes out, because we're only 41 days away, and this is likely going to be the last single off the album. But when I thought about it, we've still got quite a few songs on the album that we wouldn't have heard anyway, and if it's good, I wouldn't mind listening to it again, much like, with Whiplash, Curse and Seeing Red, so fuck it. We're here, we're doing it. Blackhole. I've heard a lot of positive reception from this song, unlike the mixed reception from Curse and Whiplash. For context, Whiplash was one of my favourite songs of last year. It was late in the year, yes, but I enjoyed it a lot. And I listened to it quite frequently. Curse and Seeing Red, I've heard a lot now, so they're sort of like dipping down on how much I enjoy them, but I still like them. But yeah, people are saying Black Hole is a very heavy song, one of the heaviest from Architects in a long time, so that makes me excited straight away. So I'm not going to waste any more time, and we're just going to see what Black Hole is all about. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I like that. First impressions are good. Guess it's doing the Whiplash thing. Okay. Turn it up. Turn it up. A solo. Oh. Oh God. Okay. That was black. Oh shit. Not what I was expecting, to be fair. I was sent a preview of the song, I think last week, of the chorus, and I didn't watch it, admittedly. But it was compared to something you'd hear from a DMC soundtrack, and I can kind of see that with the chorus. But again, we're going to do what we did last time, because I think that works a lot better. We're going to go back now, and we're going to listen to it, and then just go over it as we listen to it. This intro threw me this threw me way off, and I did hear this, and it came back to me straight away. I did hear this when they posted the initial teaser of the song, but I just completely forgot about it. This sounds like something you'd hear out of a fucking video game. Like this, like there's sort of a stage. Think like maybe like a Sonic game or some shit. It just gives me video game vibes. Just instrumentally, like the way the song sounds to listen to, if you was to take the lyrics out of it. This sounds far, far removed from everything we heard in For Those That Wish to Exist and Classic Symptoms of a Broken Spirit. Sky, the Earth and All Between so far with these 4 songs feels like such an unholy evolution of that style to the point where it's something new and something that people will actually get along with, because I know those 2 albums were pandered a lot. A lot of people don't like them, and obviously my opinions on those albums have changed a lot since listening to their older material. I now only like a very small selection of songs off those albums, but this seems to strike a lovely balance so far between everything they used to do and everything they are currently trying to do, and that's going to please a lot of people. Okay. And this is a common complaint I've been hearing about what people think of this album so far, especially what they try to do in Classic Symptoms, but not so much, is it's very generic metalcore when it comes to the choruses. I heard this complaint a lot with Whiplash, and I can sort of see it, because I drew the comparison when listening to Whiplash that it sounds very fucking similar to that of Artificial Suicide by Bad Omens. It sounds almost identical in a lot of places. The structuring wise as well, it's very similar. So that's where that inspiration for that song's come from. This one, I wouldn't be able to pinpoint if there is an inspiration, if it takes any inspiration from any other band. Like I said, I've got relatively limited knowledge of the metalcore scene up here because I'm more of a new metal boy. I've only just been getting into metalcore and I want to explore that a little bit more. But as far as, Architects go, I've been listening to Architects since my new metal days and whatnot. So that's sort of like, it's what I get Architects and I get their sound and I get their feel. I get what they're about, but it doesn't necessarily sound like something that I'd expect them to produce. Like, sure, as far as the bridges go, the verses, sorry, before you get to the chorus, this feels like something I'd hear from Architects maybe 10 years ago. We're talking Lost Forever, Lost Together, maybe transitioning to All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us. That's kind of the general feel. But as soon as we get to the chorus, it's a whole different band entirely. Whole different band. I guess it's similar enough to Holy Hell choruses, but at the same time it's not. It's very far removed from that, but we'll keep going. This is just pure filth, by the way. That is pure filth. And again, it does the same thing that I pointed out it does in Whiplash, where it takes a brief little break and it transitions into a more... I don't know how I'm going to describe that. It takes a break. It's a bit more laid back. There's a lot less going on. If that makes sense. I don't know the terminology to describe that. That is not something I expect from Architects either. They very, very rarely, and when I say rarely, I mean rarely, they touch guitar solos. I think one of my favourite examples of them doing a guitar solo that I guess you could say is a guitar solo, but it feels more like its own thing, was that one brief section from that one song from the Classic Symptoms. What was it called? Oh, shit. I forgot what it's called. It's going to hit me like a truck when I see it. New Moral Low Ground, that's what it's called. I had Mortal in my head, but it's close enough to Moral. Yeah, New Moral Low Ground has a guitar solo. Technically, I guess you could say it's a guitar solo. And that it was the only track on the album to do something like that, and one of their only tracks to do that, and I loved it. I thought it was an amazing section that sounds amazing. This is very different to that guitar solo, but it sounds amazing. Oh, hello. I'm so glad they chose to end the song like that as well, and not going off of a verse or a chorus. Like, just fucking throw everything at you at one time. Because guess what? Whiplash did the same thing, just in a different vein. That one calmed it. That one was escalating, did a brief calm down, and then shifted gear into this whole new sound. And obviously, that's exactly what Blackhole's doing here, and that's You know, it's a lot of like what Blackhole does throughout the song. Yeah, I think that's really good. I enjoyed that a lot. But as far as the 4 singles that we have from the album, which I'm going to assume are the only singles we're getting, because to release another one I think would be one too many. How would I order these in terms of how much I like them? I'm probably going to have to say... I don't know. I'm tossing and turning between Whiplash and Blackhole being on top spot. But then I'd say Curse at 3, Seeing Red at 4. Sounds about right. Again, Seeing Red is just one of those songs that I've heard a lot over the last 2 years. So that the effect on that one, the nudity bias is dropping off on me now. But Curse I still enjoy quite a lot. But it's essentially just a Bring Me the Horizon song, and I love BMTH. So yeah, that sounds about right. But I think Whiplash is a really good high energy song. Again, Bad Omens inspired, and I adore Bad Omens. But then Black Hole, again, this feels like a lovely blend of classic Architects with what they try and do these days. So just for that merit alone, I'd like to leave it at top spot. But, who knows? There could be a song on the album that dethrones all 4 of them for me. But we'll find out in about 40 days. I'll be here day 1 reacting to that. Absolutely. Because I'm very excited for this album. So, yeah. Thanks a ton for tuning in. Let me know what your thoughts were on Black Hole and The Sky, the Earth and All Between so far. And I'll see you when the album drops, or if I make any other videos before then. If you tune into them, I'll see them.